Hey everybody, today we're going to learn a little bit about planting potatoes. Now, this is a lot of potatoes here, and we are going to plant a lot more. And no, I haven't lost my mind, in case you're wondering why we're putting 2/3 of our garden into potatoes. But why plant potatoes? Because they are easy to plant, they store well, mainly, and I can dig them whenever I get to it. I can let them sit in the ground for a month or two if I have to, and they're going to store very well most, if not all, of the winter, like I said. So when you do this, first you're going to want to have your garden tilled. I tilled this with the tractor a couple of days ago, and then you're going to want to take your hoe here. I've already done half of this row. We're going to come down the other half. Come on, I'll show you. Okay, so I'm going to take your hoe and bring it to the center here. If you want a good ab workout, keep your hands out here. If you want less work, choke up on it a little bit, like this. Much better. But who am I to get in the way of your ab routine? So you want to mound this up here. This is a tried and true method, just mounding up the dirt here. If you don't do this, then what's going to end up happening is the potatoes are going to be sticking out of the ground, literally, and that's not too good for, you know, them spoiling and so forth.
We're leaving enough space in between the rows to till, right?
Yep, you want to leave enough space to till. And keep in mind, these are going to leaf out, so this, if anything, this row might be a little bit narrow, actually. But that's okay, we'll make it work. Okay, and once you get to the end of your row, turn around and do the whole thing over again. Just like this. And that way, you'll be sure to have plenty of room. You know, I was reading around and, you know, it sounds like you want to plant it at least 3 or 4 inches deep. To me, it's almost the deeper the better, because they do tend to want to poke out the sides, the actual potatoes and such. So I don't really worry too much about getting potatoes too deep. And really, this is plenty deep. I mean, look at this. You know, that's good 10 inches to a foot. So want to give them their space. Also, for my research, you want to plant the potatoes with the eyes facing up. Alright, as you guys can see, this is several weeks later, and you can see that our potatoes are coming up very nicely, along with some other unwanted weeds and visitors, which I will need to take care of. These were planted last in this row here, and we have 4 rows, and each row here is probably, oh, I don't know, 30 feet long. So we're going to be having a few homegrown potatoes this winter, so we're looking forward to that. One thing that I didn't show you guys in the last video because we got cut off, I actually had to go back to work real quick. I had a lull in the action that allowed me to film the first part of the video. When you plant these things, as I mentioned, you want to have the eyes pointing up. However, these first 2 rows here, I believe, doesn't matter quite as much as you would think, because we accidentally did this row with the eyes up. And you know, they're not quite as far along as these others here, but they'll be just fine. Some reason they didn't tend to come up as well on the second row towards this end. I don't know exactly why that is. Maybe I was planting them instead of Amanda. But you want to dig down, you know, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 inches, and plant them down there like we talked about. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, this has been John Erickson for Christian Country Living, reminding you to pray, plan, and prepare. And we'll see you next time.